Can chronic pancreatitis cause cancer? Now this is a hot and burning question surrounding around chronic pancreatitis. So I wanted to clarify, can it really cause cancer or what are the side effects of chronic pancreatitis? So here is this a short video which will clear your all doubts surrounding chronic pancreatitis. See, chronic pancreatitis is a disease which affects pancreas, a organ which is responsible for blood sugar metabolism and then carbohydrate metabolism and then the fat metabolism. Now this pancreas when inflamed is called pancreatitis. When it is acute for a short duration, it is called acute pancreatitis. When it becomes chronic, it takes long time, it becomes chronic pancreatitis. Now today we will be only talking about the chronic pancreatitis. So chronic pancreatitis looks very innocent. Usually it just creates some kind of digestive disturbances. And usually patients or people who are suffering from this tend to delay the right treatment. They will take just some treatment. See guys, there is a definite difference between some treatment and a right treatment. I will talk about in this video itself, but then they take some kind of treatment which they are really not sure, means they are not sure about whether it is addressing all the real causes. Usually most of the patients are found taking some enzyme preparations. The pancreatic enzymes given artificially, that's it. So they are taking some pills, some tablets, and if you just check the name, it will be a pancreatic enzyme. So guys, it is not a treatment, it is just a method to give a rest to pancreas. Right? Because if you take food, pancreas is activated, so pancreatic inflammation will not settle, never settle. If you give some pancreatic enzymes along with food, pancreatic enzymes already been there, pancreas will not be stimulated and it will be rested. This is the basic concept. Does this help? Usually it helps to relieve the symptom, but this is not a treatment. Because the cause which have caused the inflammation of pancreas or the cause which have led to chronic pancreatitis have not been found and not been addressed. Then how it can be a treatment? So now 2 lines on the causes. The causes of all such diseases are basically genes. If you have a genetic tendency or sensitivity at the pancreatic level, you will often get pancreatitis. Otherwise, you may get something else. Right? If you don't have a tendency for a tuberculosis, you have very, very less chances of getting tuberculosis. If you have highest tendency to tuberculosis, you have a very high chance of getting tuberculosis. Same is with pancreas. So if you carry a tendency, you will get it. One. Another is mind. Mind and stress. See, most diseases are psychosomatic. So mind and stress play a very, very important role. Unfortunately, in 98% of treatment plans, mind and genes both are not addressed. Both are not taken into consideration. Now next is diet. Yes, diet is taken into consideration, but diet can be the important trigger. Listen to this word. It can be important trigger. It is not a root cause. It is not a root cause. It is not a main cause. It is an important trigger. This is taken care of. Great. This has to be taken care of. Then comes lifestyle. So these 4 things put together causes most of the chronic diseases, including chronic pancreatitis. Now let us talk about the complications. See guys, if you have chronic pancreatitis, you should not wait with a normal treatment. Somebody is saying normal allopathy, normal kind of homeopathy, and then Ayurveda. Ayurveda is very famous for this, and they keep on waiting, and then they get another attack. Usually they get hospitalized. Then again they take the same medicine which they took before the attack of acute pancreatitis. Again same medicine for a few days, another attack, again hospitalization. So repeated hospitalization is the most important side effect and complication of chronic pancreatitis. Repeated hospitalization. Another most important is repeated abdominal pain, because those who are having chronic pancreatitis are very often getting acute attacks, and these acute attacks are very severe. Guys, the pain of chronic pancreatitis, acute pancreatitis is very severe. It is excruciating pain, unbearable pain. So it usually led to hospitalization. Then comes diabetes. Diabetes is already so common, we do not need pancreatitis to cause diabetes, but still it is the important cause. Chronic pancreatitis is a very, very important cause of diabetes, because pancreas have two parts, exocrine and endocrine. When the inflammation from exocrine area goes to endocrine area, it causes diabetes, right? So let us not go into depth of it, but then it is an important thing. Cyst formation. Many of the chronic pancreatitis patients have a cyst, which is it is a huge pseudocyst of pancreas. It needs to be operated many of the times, and this surgery is hugely risky. It is not a simple surgery. Usually, if the pancreatic enzymes are liberated more than the tolerable limit, it can digest pancreas itself. So it is dangerous to wait till this surgery. Better to get treated better than the surgery to be done. Another important thing is the metabolic bone disease. Metabolic bone disease. Now these bones get affected so much that they get weak, they get osteoporotic, osteopenia, and can lead to frequent fractures. This is a very important side effect, because if you start getting frequent fractures, then the life can become very miserable. Although it is not as severe pain as the excruciating pain of acute pancreatitis, but then it can limit your life and make it almost a hell. Another important side effect which is usually talked about nowadays is cancer. Can pancreatitis causes cancer? Yes. It has improved beyond doubt that chronic pancreatitis being a chronic inflammation. Inflammation is a sort of irritation for the organ. So chronic pancreatitis being a chronic irritation can unfortunately cause cancer. Now cancer is already increasing leaps and bounds, and this another cause is added, that pancreatitis can cause cancer. I don't think it's a really good thing, good news for all those who are suffering from chronic pancreatitis, but guys, this is an alert sign, because if you do not treat, now listen to this, if you do not treat pancreas from the rock bottom, from the root cause, from the genes itself, it can have the complication of a genetic mutation causing cancer. So please be aware with this complication. Another very important complication which happens usually with the acute episodes. Chronic pancreatitis patients tend to have acute episodes quite often. This is when it with acute episodes, there can be necrotizing pancreatitis. This is a very dreadful condition which can kill the patient if instantly not managed well. It can be a life-threatening kind of a thing. So acute necrotizing pancreatitis is more severe in a case of chronic pancreatitis. Another thing which happens not very common, rarely, is hemorrhagic pancreatitis. So again, it is an acute episode where there is a blood hemorrhage happening in pancreas. So another the not so good condition which happens is venous thrombosis. If venous thrombosis happens, it can lead to DICs, disseminated intravascular coagulation, and this can again be life-threatening because of the hemorrhages it causes or the venous blockages it causes. One very simple complication you already know is a fat metabolic problem, the fat digestion problem. So it can create some digestive disturbances, which it often creates. But I will not take these digestive disturbances as an independent major problem, but it is an indicator of a hidden supra-major problem. So this digestive problem should not be taken lightly. Then there can be the duodenal obstruction. There can happen intestinal obstruction with this chronic pancreatitis, and intestinal obstruction as well as pseudocyst or necrotizing pancreatitis can lead to a very, very complicated surgery. So guys, if you have chronic pancreatitis, please go for a definitive treatment, not some okay treatment, because chronic pancreatitis sorry, because chronic pancreatitis, like any other chronic disease, will remain silent and silent and silent till it becomes violent and threaten your life. We want you to be safe. So just try for the treatment which works at a genetic level and a mind level and covers all the essential necessary factors to completely root off chronic pancreatitis. Right? Thank you guys. I hope this video is useful. If you find it useful, please share with as many people as possible. Thank you.